Hello, and welcome to VersaTip. You might be wondering, what is VersaTip and what's it used for? To make it a little easier to understand, here's an example. You and a bunch of friends are sitting at a restaurant, and you've just finished your meal. The waiter comes back with the receipt, but then you realize something. Since everyone has cash, or maybe everyone but one person has cash, it's going to be really difficult to keep track of how much everyone has to pay. The situation isn't uncommon. It might take teens 5 to 10 minutes extra to figure out exactly how they're going to pay, how they're going to tip the waiter, and how they're going to keep track of all this information. And that's what VersaTip is for. VersaTip is a versatile application that organizes, calculates, and simplifies paying for meals with cash. So instead of me talking more, how about we just dive right in? Here's the emulator, and here's VersaTip. Remember, VersaTip might look different on your phone because all Android phones are different. Here's the first screen. First, we have to enter the tip percentage. Let's say the waiter was decent, and we'll give him a 15% tip. Next, we have to enter the tax percentage. Where I live, the tax percentage is about 5%, but you can always ask the waiter or waitress if you're unsure. Once we hit done, we move on to the input screen. Let's say my meal cost about $10. Immediately, VersaTip will change the text below and calculate tip and tax based on the cost of your meal. In this case, the cost is $12. So what money do I have in my pocket or wallet? Let's say I had a $10 bill and a $5 bill. My friend, on the other hand, his meal cost much more than mine. You can always use the calculator in the top right to calculate exactly how much your meal costs. Let's say his cost $23. With the tip and tax, his total is $27.60. Let's give him two 20s. Once we're done, we head over back to person 1's screen and hit the Done button. VersaTip will immediately calculate the total cost of the meal and the total change that you will get if you give the bills that VersaTip suggests you give. Here it suggests you give the waiter a 20, a 10, and the 5 to make $35. Of course, all the bills you inputted in the previous screen probably exceed the cost of the meal, so any unused bills should be put aside for the final step. Once the waiter returns with the change, just hit Finish and head over to the final screen. This fourth screen is probably the most important in VersaTip. Here, VersaTip shows you the amount of money in the change pool, which in this case is about $20. Using this money, you have to tip the waiter and give back everyone the change they're owed. Of course, it's going to be hard to tip and give back change if this $20.35 is one $20 bill and a quarter and a dime. But as long as you break your bills into 5s and 1s, this process will be much easier. And once you do this, you're done. Hit the exit button at the bottom. Of course, someone might have a credit card. So let's go back and see what happens if one person has a credit card. We'll keep tip and tax the same. Of course, if there's only one bill, it's impossible for more than one person to be paying with a credit card. Let's make person 1 pay with a credit card. Let's also complicate it a little more. Let's say my meal was $13.99. We just check this box here to designate that I'm paying with a credit card. And then person's 2 meal was the same. And we'll give him the two 20s as before. Remember, if you make too many mistakes, just hit the reset button and everything will go back to the way it was. Just like before, VersaTip will tell you the total meals cost, and it will also calculate the tip. Once we hit Finish, the person with the credit card must provide everyone with the change, which VersaTip displays in an easy-to-read list. And that's all there is to it. Just hit exit and you're done. Download VersaTip today on the Google Play Store. It's a free app. Thank you for watching.